Hello everybody, my name is Michelle and welcome back to Toon Talk. Today I thought we would discuss 90s cartoons versus 2000s cartoons and which one is really better. Now I know this is a touchy subject with some people, but I'm going to try to be as objective as I can. I personally was born in 1995, which is like halfway through the 90s, but of course the 90s didn't really die until like 2004. In the 90s, I feel like there was just this endless, constant stream of creativity and new ideas when it came to cartoons. We got shows like Hey Arnold, and Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Powerpuff Girls, and Rocko's Modern Life, and then at the very tail end of the 90s, we started moving into like what I like to call the SpongeBob era. After that, I feel like we hit a bit of a dry spell where there was brief clusters of good shows spread out over time, which leads us into modern day, in which we have Steven Universe and Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and Star vs. the Forces of Evil and We Bare Bears, Regular Show, The Amazing World of Gumball. There are so many good cartoons out today. Not only good and entertaining, but smart and clever and important. And if there's anything that should be taken from this, it's the fact that animation is an evolving art. You know, if you cycle like all the way back to the original black and white Disney cartoons and through Hanna-Barbera and on forward through like the 70s, 80s, and then into the 90s where like Nicktoons really hit it big, and then it just sort of has evolved to such a higher level than anybody ever thought it would. Cartoons nowadays have smarter and younger creators who are influencing other smarter and younger creators. Like Rebecca Sugar is like 27. She's not that much older than me. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. Also, in today's cartoons, it seems like everybody is constantly trying to one-up each other with more diverse and more relatable characters, which is a beautiful thing. And yes, of course, we're always going to have stupid shows like Breadwinners to balance out the really good shows, but it was like that in the 90s too, you know? For every Hey Arnold, there has to be Ren and Stimpy. I stole that from Mysterious Mr. Enter, but it's true. Now, I personally believe that modern-day cartoons tend to be smarter and cleverer and just all-around more well done than 90s cartoons in general. But that doesn't mean that 90s cartoons aren't great. It's really just a matter of taste. And for me personally, I feel like whenever I go back and watch old 90s cartoons, I enjoy, but I don't love. I don't obsess like I do with like Avatar or Steven Universe or Adventure Time or Gravity Falls, and the list goes on and on and on. Those are shows that I theorize about, that I spend all of my money on merch for, that just haunt my heart and my mind and my soul, and I just want to be in those worlds and with those characters forever. I don't really feel that with a lot of 90s cartoons. Probably because a lot of 90s cartoons tended to be episodic, meaning they didn't have overarching themes or stories. And with so many cartoons from the 90s getting rebooted, you can kind of look at it one of two ways. You can look at it as like, oh, these shows are so good that they have to be brought back for a new audience to discover. Or that these shows are outdated, but they're still good, but they're outdated, and we can modernize them and make them fit in with modern day programming.
Kids shows now are much better than they were before.
Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye. I know I'm not that tall. No, I'm not that smart.